On June 27th, China and Russia sent long-range aircraft near Japan, the East China Sea, and the Western Pacific. In this video, we will uncover what actually happened, why this route matters, how both sides coordinated the flight, and why Japan, South Korea, and the United States are watching this pattern very closely now. The June 27th patrol stood out because it crossed several highly watched air corridors in one coordinated movement. According to the shared article, this was the 11th Joint China-Russia Strategic Air Patrol, operating over the Sea of Japan, the East China Sea, and the Western Pacific. That route immediately made the event important because it passed near areas that Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, and US-linked regional systems monitor very closely every day. China described the flight as part of an annual cooperation plan with Russia. Officially, the message was about regional stability and routine coordination. But the geography tells a deeper story. When long-range aircraft operate near Japan and then continue toward the Western Pacific, the activity becomes more than a symbolic flyover. It becomes a public demonstration of reach, planning, and timing across a very large area. The aircraft mix made the patrol even more interesting. The shared article mentioned Chinese H-6K strategic aircraft, J-10C fighters, Su-30 MKK aircraft, YY-20 refueling aircraft, and KJ-500A airborne early warning platforms, operating alongside Russian Tu-95 strategic aircraft. Official Japanese reporting also confirmed Chinese H-6 aircraft and Russian Tu-95 aircraft, along with other supporting aircraft observed during the route. So the most careful way to read this event is simple. Confirmed aircraft show the main structure, while Chinese media footage and reporting suggest a broader support package around the patrol. That distinction matters because this was not just about one aircraft type. A long-range patrol becomes more meaningful when different roles appear around it. Strategic aircraft show distance. Fighters show escort capability. Refueling aircraft suggest endurance. Airborne early warning platforms suggest coordination and wider awareness. Together, these pieces create the image of a layered air package moving through sensitive regional skies. No reported airspace violation was the central headline, but that does not make the event small. The most important part of this patrol is not only that China and Russia flew near Japan. The real importance is that they appeared to do it with increasing coordination. Long-range aviation is never simple. It requires timing, spacing, route planning, communication discipline, fuel management, and careful awareness of other aircraft in the area. When two countries do this together, especially across several monitored zones, the message becomes much bigger than the flight itself. The shared article argues that repeated patrols since 2019 show a pattern becoming more organized over time. That is the key point. One joint patrol could be dismissed as a political signal, but an 11th patrol suggests habit, structure, and growing comfort. Every time crews fly together, they learn more about timing, procedures, communication flow, and how each side behaves during a long route. That familiarity can matter even without a formal alliance. The aircraft roles help explain why analysts pay attention. A strategic aircraft sends the biggest public signal because of its long range and symbolic value. Fighter aircraft add protection and escort functions. Refueling aircraft extend operating time and allow a formation to remain active farther from home bases. Airborne early warning aircraft help track the wider air picture and coordinate movement across distance. When these roles appear together, the patrol starts to look like a connected system instead of separate aircraft sharing the same sky. That is what makes the June 27th event special for a general audience. It shows how modern air activity is not just about one impressive platform. It is about networks. The aircraft, sensors, communication channels, and support roles all matter. A country does not show reach only by flying far. It shows reach by keeping several pieces organized while flying far. This is also why the KJ-500A and YY-20 details are important, even when discussed carefully. The KJ-500A represents airborne awareness and coordination. The 20 represents endurance and flexibility. If those aircraft are part of the broader pattern, then China is not only showing aircraft range, it is showing the support structure needed for longer activity beyond nearby waters. For Russia, the Tu-95 remains a recognizable long-range platform. Its presence adds strategic weight to the patrol and gives the event a wider geopolitical tone. For China, operating alongside Russian aircraft helps demonstrate confidence in longer routes and complex coordination near the Western Pacific. Japan, South Korea, and the United States are watching these patrols closely because repetition changes the meaning of every flight. A single patrol may create headlines for one day, but repeated joint activity near sensitive areas can slowly reshape expectations. It tells regional planners that this pattern may return, maybe with a longer route, a different aircraft mix, or a more complex support package. Japan has a direct reason to monitor these flights carefully. The June 27th route touched areas around the Sea of Japan, the East China Sea, and the Western Pacific, all of which sit close to Japan's key security environment. When aircraft linked to two major powers operate near those areas, Japan must identify, track, and respond. That response is not automatically dramatic. It is part of normal monitoring. South Korea also has to pay attention because similar patrols can affect its air defense identification zone. Reports around this event said Chinese and Russian aircraft entered and left the Korean air defense identification zone without violating national airspace. That detail is important. It shows how these flights can remain within international rules while still creating a serious monitoring task for nearby countries. For the United States, the concern is broader. U.S. forces and allies across the Indo-Pacific depend on awareness, coordination, and predictable procedures. When China and Russia conduct repeated joint flights, they create a regional puzzle. Planners must consider not just one country's activity, but the possibility of two countries coordinating routes, timing, and aircraft roles in the same theater. This is why the patrol matters even without any direct incident. It tests attention. It reveals response patterns. It allows aircraft crews to gain experience near busy regional corridors. It also sends a public message. China and Russia can appear together in areas where Japan, South Korea, and U.S. systems are watching closely. The June 27th patrol was important because it combined route, timing, aircraft variety, and political messaging in one event. China and Russia framed it as planned cooperation, while Japan, South Korea, and the United States treated it as something that deserved close monitoring. That contrast is the real story. This patrol shows that regional skies are becoming busier, more coordinated, and more symbolic. Every repeated flight adds a new chapter to the pattern. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on space exploration and scientific discoveries, and don't forget to leave a comment below. Also, you can visit our website, SpaceEyeNews.com. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.